Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going to be learning how to create a group, then create IAM users and assign them to a group, right? So first of all, why grouping? Why do we use groups in AWS? It's for efficient permission control. So instead of assigning permissions to each user individually, you assign the permissions to a group, and any user added to that group automatically inherits the permissions in that group, right? Another reason is for the sake of organizing users by role or function. So we can create a particular group, name it admin, then give it full access. We can create another group, name it developers, and then give it access to resources like EC2, S3, Lambda. We can create another group, name it billing, and then give it access only to billing features, right? Then we can also create another group, name it something else. This helps to separate their access rights, right? So the admins don't have access to billing informations, the developers don't have access to also billing informations, right? So groupings helps to separate this and makes also works with the AWS least privilege. So those that have access don't have more than they are required to have. It also simplifies onboarding of new users. So when a new user joins your organization, all you have to do is add them to the right group. No need to start configuring individual policies. If you have 20 new users or 20 new employees, for example, you don't need to have to start creating each account, then assigning policies. All you have to just say, add these 5 people that belong to admin department to admin, add the 5 developers to the developers group, and they automatically take the policies and the rules there. One thing it also does is it ensures consistency. This helps to streamline privileges. Let's say the first person joins the organization and you were the one that set the policies, and then you give the person 10 policies. Another person is joining the organization and you are doing the same thing individually. There might be an error of giving 9 privileges, 9 policies instead of 10. Using groups, it eliminates that. So you just create the user, add the user to that group, and it automatically inherits all the rights of that group. It's also good for auditing and compliance. It makes auditing and compliance easy. So you can quickly check group members, attach policies to verify who has access to what, right? So you can even update policies directly on the group instead of updating it per individual. One thing to also note is that groups in AWS cannot be nested. What this means is you cannot create a group inside a group. You cannot create another group inside a group you've created, right? And groups only apply to IAM users. Groups do not apply to roles or federated identities. So let's get into it. So we're going to create a group and create new users and add them to the group. So let's search for the IAM. Groups are also under IAM. So come to groups. So we're going to create different group. We're going to create admin group. So let's create group here. So let's give the name of this group. Let's name it admin. So note now, we have only one user here. So while creating the group, you can automatically attach users, right? So there are two ways to do it. While creating a group, you can automatically select which user you want to be part of that group. And users can be part of more than one group. User can be part of more than one group. It can belong to admin, belong to developer. Yes, a user can belong to more than one group. Right. So we create this group, name it admin, and then we add. So if there were other users here, you can add, just select the other users that you want to be part of this group. So let's select the only user we have here as part of the group. So we can go ahead to add more policies for this user, for this group. Right? You know, this user already has an access. So if the access from this group are more than what this user has, he will also take the access that this group provides, because each group provides their own access, right? So let's just create this group and let's add the policies for this group, the admin. So we're giving him administrators access. Giving all administrators access here. Then we'll proceed to create the user group. So now I've created the admin group. So let us create the developers group. So call it developers. Let's assign roles EC2. Let's give him EC2 full access. Then we create the group. So let's create one more group. Let's create the billing group. So let's create the billing to manage billing activities. So let's give this one access to billing features, right? So let's give him billing, conduct of full access, and billing. Then create the group. So now we have 3 groups. We'll have 1 user. And there are policies that have been attached to this group. So any user you are creating and you add that user to any of these groups, that user automatically inherits the policies of this group. So let us create a user. You know, the last time we created a user, we didn't attach him or add him to any group. And the only user we have currently is not attached to any group. So we can come into this user. Then come to groups. So we want to add this user to a group. So click on add user to groups. So it shows all the groups that we have available, that we have created. So we want to add him to the admin group. So we can decide to add him to all the groups. But for now, we want to add this user to only one group, the admin group. So it's add user to groups. So this user has been added to the group, and I see the policies that are attached to this group that this user has automatically inherited. Remember, when we created this user, we gave him only one policy. Because we have added him to this group, he automatically inherited 3 other policies. So this is how you create a group, and then you add a user to that group to make work easy. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and don't forget to come back. Thank you.